Auntie Elise here at Bowman Library with a whole new teen book spotlight. So our theme for this week is to get us ready for the, unofficial, official, however, whatever your opinion is, holiday that's happening on Tuesday, like tomorrow, because it's May the 4th, okay? It's all Star Wars. So we're going to use that as some inspiration because this week we are going to take a look at science fiction. Now, science fiction is defined as anything that could possibly happen in the future. And I know a lot of people, when they hear science fiction, they automatically go to like outer space and aliens. But science fiction, especially in books, is so much more than that. Because again, it falls into this category of if it could possibly happen in the future, it is science fiction. So we're going to take a look at 6 books today that aren't your typical science fiction that you may automatically assume when you hear that term. So let's get started. Our first one is one of my favorite science fiction books. This book is so good. This is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. So it is the year 2042, and there is no longer any death. Like, there is no more aging, there is no more hunger, disease, war. Instead, everyone is ruled by this cloud technology called the Thunderhead. And just because people aren't dying doesn't mean there still can't be population control. So to help with that population control, there are these people that are called Scythes, that they are individuals who have been charged with taking human life, and they are treated as royalty. They can do no wrong, and you want to be a Scythe. When teens Cetra and Rowan are chosen to become apprentice Scythes, though, it is the last thing they want to do, but they don't have a choice, and they are paired up together with this man named Scythe Faraday, and he's going to teach them. He's going to teach them the tricks of the trade. When he kills himself, though, and that is something completely unheard of in this society, let alone a Scythe killing themselves, Cetra and Rowan find themselves separated, and they're given to 2 different Scythes. Cetra to one who is a legend, and Rowan to one who is sadistic and evil. And they soon find themselves put at odds against the other. The first in this amazing trilogy, it is completely finished, so you're going to want to read the other 2 as soon as you are done with this one. So just maybe at least check the second one out when you check this one. If you like your science fiction with some philosophical and ethical dilemmas and questions and topics such as like euthanasia and the value of humans, this is a must read. This is a completely different way of looking at how society could possibly be in the future. This is so good. This is Scythe. Cia Martinez in the moonlit beginning of everything. So Cia has been mourning the loss of her mother, who disappeared while trying to return home after being deported to Mexico. Living with her park ranger father, once a month, Cia goes into the desert that claims her mother with the hopes of finding her and bringing her home. And she has this candlelight vigil routine that she does every single month. It is during one of these visits that she meets this boy named Noah, and they soon become friends with a growing attraction, but Cia and her friend Rose cannot help but feel that Noah has a secret, and he can't be who he says he is. One night, when she and Noah are in the desert together, they see an unidentified flying object crash into the ground, and it is her mother that emerges from this wreckage. If you are looking for a science fiction read that is filled with government intrigue, family drama, some romance, you'll be turning the pages as fast as you can, all while trying to figure out what is actually going on. This is Cia Martinez in the moonlit beginning of everything. The Apocalypse of Elena Mendoza. So Elena has been gossiped about for her entire 16 years on Earth, as she has been scientifically proven to be a virgin birth. She also has the ability, though, to heal people. But when she goes and she heals someone, she makes someone else somewhere on this planet disappear. It's almost like to save a life, you take a life. When she heals her crush at school, the rumors get even more intense. And then she starts to hear inanimate objects talking to her. And not only are they talking to her, they're telling her to heal as many people as she possibly can. But that would mean that more people would start to disappear. And then as this starts happening, people can't help but wonder if Elena is bringing on the start of the apocalypse and changing everything that we know. If you like your science fiction with some mystery and some heavy themes, be sure to explore this one. This is The Apocalypse of Elena Mendoza. A conspiracy of stars. So on the planet Flavoy, a group of people who are traveling to another planet end up there after their ship breaks down. It is there that they make their civilization, and while the majority of people are living on the planet Flavoy and just, living their life, there is this elite group of scientists, or white coats as they are called, and they live in a compound called Niter. Octavia, who was born on Flavoy, she wants nothing more than to be a white coat. And when the rules change, letting students the ability to enter the facility, she cannot wait. When she goes through and she gets into this compound, though, she cannot keep it together, and she starts to experience some incredibly weird things, such as she's always hearing a buzzing sound, or she's smelling things that no one else can. As she starts to discover secrets and experiments that are taking place, she finds herself involved in a conflict with the new council president, at the center of a looming war, and embroiled in deception and family secrets. If you like your science fiction set in outer space and on a completely different planet, along with some mystery, along with some intrigue, this is for you. The Conspiracy of Stars. Lifelike. So in this dystopian post-nuclear United States, Evie's family was murdered, and she has cybernetic implants in order for her to see and for her to still have her memories. Living with her grandfather, she makes money by working on robots that are used for fighting in competitions. After one competition, she and her best friend Lemon find this android at the bottom of a damaged pile, and the android's name is Ezekiel. He is called a lifelike because he looks like a human but is all robot, and they have been made illegal. These should not exist, because one time they tried to take over the human race. They led this revolt, and they don't want to deal with, non-humans rising up against humans again. When he turns on, though, he knows what really happened when the robots tried to take over, and he has secrets that could bring down everything Evie knows, especially because he starts to help her remember things that she had either forgotten or were erased when her memories were replaced with that cybernetic implant. Soon, Evie and her friends find themselves wrapped up in this quest to find the truth of what actually really happened. The first in a series, if you like your science fiction with some robots, if you like artificial intelligence, this has all of those themes, plus some ethical dilemmas that come when you have this type of technology available. This is Lifelike. And our last one for today is All Rights Reserved. So in this dystopian world, when you turn 15 years old, you have to start to pay for everything you say, write, gesture, communicate. And they're doing this in order to eradicate the concept of free speech. Some things cost more than others, and many people either end up in debt or bankrupt because there's no way they can actually pay for everything they are trying to communicate. So when you turn 15 and this is about to happen to you, you give a speech which will then bind you to a corporate sponsor, and that is the sponsor in which is going to charge you for everything you say and communicate. When Scythe goes to give this speech, her boyfriend just stands up in the middle of it, and he commits suicide in order to avoid paying off his family's debts. And she decides she's going to take revenge by not saying anything at all, which means they will not be able to make any money off of her. When her actions start to inspire others, though, and a low burn of rebellion starts to grow, soon Scythe finds herself this reluctant hero and leader of a movement that she did not intend to happen. This is a look at what could possibly happen in the future if rights are restricted. This is all rights reserved. So these are just 6 of the books that we have here at the library that are considered to be science fiction because they are all things that could possibly happen in the future. So we encourage you to come on down, maybe check out one of these, or we can help you find that perfect science fiction book that you may be like dying to read at this moment. I hope you tune back next week when we have a whole new teen book spotlight, and I hope you have a great week.